Now for the next section, I'd like to introduce you to one of my mentors. In fact, this gentleman, what caught my attention was he was awarded the Presidential Medal of Merit from the President of the United States. Congress actually recognized him as being one of the top speakers to help Americans get what they want. In fact, he was even presented the flag on the Hill, which is kind of cool. He was awarded on so many magazines. In fact, he was the speaker. There was two people that were awarded the best speakers in the world. The number one at the time was the President of the United States. He's an authority on assisting people to get what they want. And so I'd like to introduce to you Jack Zufelt.
The key to making a lot of money is to find a need and fill it. If you can find a need and fill it with something that a lot of people have, a need or a want for, you can make a ton of money. And that's exactly what we're going to talk to you about now. There's a huge need out there. 97% of the people said that their number 2 concern was money. Guess what their number 1 concern was? And this is great. Number 1 concern for 99% of the people out there was family. 97% said their second concern was finance, money, and all the problems that that has attached to it. This is such a big need that you can see it advertised on and spelled out in newspaper articles, front cover stories. In fact, on Time magazine, front cover story, big article talking about people's concerns about income. And it was titled, Working Harder, Getting Nowhere. And it showed a 2-income family. Story was about everybody in America, but this 2-income family working 40 hours a week each, still not getting anywhere, and still behind the financial 8 ball. Look what's happening with all the layoffs with major companies. People are being told, hey, goodbye, your job's not here anymore. We've sent it overseas, or we're downsizing, or we're right-sizing, which is capsizing so many people's lives. If you're concerned about your job, and you should be, because the corporate world today is in an upheaval. Everybody's concerned about their security, or about the job security, and their retirement. Look at the price of gasoline, look at the price of food. Everything's going up. You have 2 choices. Increase your income, or reduce your outgo and live a lesser lifestyle. I've actually seen a list of newsletters that you can subscribe to. I mean, if you have to subscribe to these kinds of newsletters, there's a problem. Listen to the name of them. There's one called Cheapskate Monthly. Oh, let's all subscribe to that one. How about Tightwad Gazette? That's a bad one. Let's all be tightwads. Let's all be cheapskates. These newsletters are designed to help you save money. That's why they exist. They found a need and fill it. So you got 2 choices, ladies and gentlemen. You can increase your income or reduce your outgo and subscribe for $13 or $15 a year to the Tightwad Gazette or magazines like that or newsletters like that and learn how to make your existing dollar stretch further. Or you can do what I've learned to do and what I want to teach you to do, and that's make more money so you don't have to stretch your existing dollar. You just have lots of dollars coming in. So if you have a problem with financial concerns, and you probably do, 98% of the people do, so you fall in that category, you have to do something about it, and that's what we're about with the Show Me the Money program. First of all, though, you have to understand something. You can't keep doing what you've been doing, because that's the definition of insanity. Doing what you've been doing, expecting different results. That means keeping your job. Well, if you keep your job, you're going to get a certain income, and that's it. If you want more, you got to get 2 jobs. That's not going to work. Well, some people are doing that. What do you want? If you want more money, you're going to have to get 3 jobs. At some point, there's no more hours left in the day. So you have to learn to do something different. Duh. There's a really, really famous book out there by a good friend of mine named Stephen Covey. Stephen Covey wrote a book called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. In that book is a quote that I think is fantastic, and it fits what I'm telling you about right now. He says, if you want to make small improvements, change your behavior, do something different, walk down a different path. But if you want to make quantum improvements, he says, change your paradigm. Change the way you're looking at things. So I'm going to give you a new paradigm, a new way to look at things. Things that you probably know here and probably have thought about, and if you haven't, it's going to be new information, but if you've thought about it, now I'm going to help it go from here to here, from your heart. For example, did you know that most of the successful people out there run their own company, have their own business, whether it be a home-based business or a big business? The people that are most successful generally have a different path than somebody who has a JOB. What kind of path would that be? What kind of path would that be for you? How about a home-based business? How about a business of any kind that would create cash flow for you? Wouldn't that be perfect? Well, that's what Show Me the Money is about, to show you how to work for yourself, be your own boss, come and go as you want, without limitations of somebody telling you when you're going to be and where you're going to be and how long you're going to be there, and yes, you can or cannot take a vacation when you want to. How'd you like to have all that gone? How'd you like to have no ceiling on your income? Well, that's what highly successful people do when they own their own business, and that's what Show Me the Money program is all about. Robert Kiyosaki talks about all the negative things about being an employee, and you and I already know what they are. Somebody else controls our life. They tell us how much money we're going to make, and they don't give us raises very often. I shouldn't say us, because I haven't had a job for a long time. But if you have a job and you want out of that, he and I agree. This is not a good place for you to be putting your time and energy, meaning the job market. There's a better way, and Show Me the Money is a better way. Now, there's several ways to do businesses. I happen to have been a venture capitalist for many years, and I invested in lots of businesses. I owned 14 franchises. I've owned coal mines. I've owned all kinds of business, real estate, and I'm going to tell you something. Those cost a lot of money, and there's huge risk, and you have lots of employees, lots of overhead. How'd you like to have a business where you could make $200 or $300 a week or $200 or $300 an hour with no employees, no overhead, no bricks and mortar? Mr. Kiyosaki, guess what he says? You need to run your own business out of your home. Well, I don't care if it's out of your home, but certainly why not do that if it costs you nothing, no overhead, no employees, and the ability to create income? Is that possible? Absolutely. There are a lot of reasons people like to work for themselves, including me. No boss. I can make as much money as I want. I can take time off to be with my wife and my family. I can do whatever I want when I want. And unlike a boss, if I want a raise, all I got to do is more of the same. I can create a raise every week if I want. So can you. But you can't at your job. You can if you work for yourself. Now, Ken and I are going to outline to you a specific way to create that kind of income and that kind of freedom and really make as much money as you'd like with our Show Me the Money program. Ken?